Hello students, let's start the last chapter, which is waves. So what is wave? Wave is a kind of disturbance. Okay, wave is a kind of disturbance. In this, a particle oscillates at its mean position. Okay, particle oscillates at its mean position and it transfers its disturbance to the next particle. Okay, for example, you must have seen the water waves. If we throw a stone in a still water, so you observe the waves like this. Na, thus circular patterns are obtained like this. Uh, Suppose stone is thrown at this position. Suppose this is the upper surface of still water. So you must have seen the circular rings like this. है ना? You must have seen the circular rings like this. So what are these dotted lines indicating? Dotted lines are indicating the particles present at the surface are going in the downward direction as compared to the normal. Okay, as compared to the normal, particles are going in the downward direction. And what is this solid line indicate? This solid line indicates that particles are coming or moving in the upward direction. Dotted lines are indicating that particles are going in the downward direction. Okay, so in the water waves, some of the particles are moving in the upward direction, some of the particles are moving in the downward direction. So this is the upper view of the still water. If we see the arrangement from the side, if we have the side view of this water waves, suppose this solid line represents the water particle at a surface. Solid line is indicating the water particle at the surface. Okay, so some of the particles are going in the upward direction. Okay, and some are moving in the downward direction. Okay, so side view is something like this of water wave. Side view is like this. Okay, so some of the particles are going in the upward direction and some of the particles are going in the downward direction. So this upward and downward motion of water particles or what particles present at the surface represents that the wave is forming on the water surface. Okay, when we throw a stone, suppose this is the surface of the particle. Suppose the stone hit this particle. Suppose this is the water particle and it is hit by the stone which strikes on its surface. So as stone is going in the downward direction, this particle will also go in the downward direction. So it has just started its downward motion. So when particle is going into the downward direction, it will disturb the other particle also which is present in its neighbor. Okay, the particle in its present in its neighbor will also get disturbed. So when the particle has reached to suppose this point, suppose the particle now has reached to this point, at that time this particle will be traveling some distance, but it will be less than the distance covered by the first particle. Similarly, this disturbance will be transferred to the next particle. So this next particle will also start the downward motion. Similarly, the disturbance will travel in the to the next particle. Okay, so this particle which is hit by this stone is not going in this direction or in this direction. It is just oscillating at its mean position. Okay, this particle is just oscillating at this mean position. Okay, this particle is oscillating like this at its mean position, but because of its oscillation, disturbance is being transferred to the neighboring particle. So they will also start oscillatory motion, है ना? They will also start the oscillatory motion. But the particle present here, present at A point, will be traveling more distance as compared to the next particle. Na? The particle which is hit by this stone will travel the more distance as compared to the neighboring particle. So when this particle has reached up to this point, suppose, then next particle will be traveling much less distance as compared to the particle present at 8 point, and again the next particle will also cover some less distance, and so on. So there is no individual movement of particle is not going from one point to the another point. It is the disturbance or the transfer of energy taking place. Okay, so when the particle is hit by this stone, this particle present at A, which is hit by the stone, will have some energy. This energy is being transferred to the another particle, this is being transferred to the another particle. So they have phase difference between them. The particle present at point A and the neighboring particle have some phase difference between them, because it is traveling more distance, it is traveling the much less distance, okay, as compared to A, and then another particle will travel further much less distance. Okay, so these are the, suppose water wave is forming like this. This is the side view of a water wave. Okay, so if you view the this horizontal line represents the water particles present at the surface. Okay, water particles present at a level. These particles are going in the upward and downward direction. Okay, these particles are going in the upward and downward direction. So it means the particle present at this position, after some time, suppose if we take the motion of a single particle, okay, if we take the motion of a single particle, so single particle was initially at this point. After some time, this particle will be at this point. After some time, that particle will be at this point. The particle is not traveling, we are drawing its position with respect to time. So we will observe that the individual particle is having the oscillatory motion, just like oscillations in which we have discussed in the previous chapter. Okay, so the particles which are moving in upward direction, or which are moving the particles which are moving in the upward direction will form the crust, and the particles which are moving in the downward direction will form the trough. Okay, so whenever a wave is formed, okay, whenever a wave is formed, two things are very important: the position of the wave and the time at which we are noting down the position of the wave. Okay, suppose when we hit the water particle with the help of a stone, suppose at that time is equals to 0. Okay, at that time is equals to 0. Okay, so after 5 seconds, suppose, okay, after 5 seconds you will see that you will observe the ring pattern in the water surface like this, है ना? Ring pattern will be observed by you after some time. So after 5 seconds, how much the wave has traveled the distance? The continuous oscillatory motion of the particle at their mean position, and because of the energy transferred to the next particle, the waves are formed. Okay, what are formed? The waves are formed. So how much distance is traveled by the wave? If stone was hit at the time t equals to 0, after 5 seconds the wave must have traveled some distance. Okay, so in wave oscillation is included. Okay, in waves oscillation is included. Waves are formed due to continuous oscillatory motion of the particle at their mean position. Particles are not moving from one point to another point. These are the waves which actually travel, or energy which actually transfer from one point to the another point. Okay, so let us discuss some of the characteristics of wave motion. So what are the properties of wave motion? So in a wave motion, disturbance travel through the medium. Okay, disturbance travel through the medium due to periodic oscillations of the particles of the medium about their mean position. Actually, particles of the medium are having oscillatory motion like this, but due to the oscillation of the particle, its neighboring particle will start oscillation. But because the neighboring particle is starting its oscillation after some time na, so initial particle will travel more distance and neighboring particle will travel much less distance. Okay, so the neighboring particle will always be behind the first particle, so always there is a phase difference between the particles. Okay, so when waves are formed, energy is transferred from one point to another point without actual transfer of the particles of the medium. Okay, particles of the medium are not traveling from one point to another point. It is just the energy which is transferred. For example, sound waves. When we speak, the sound waves are produced. Okay, sound is also a form of wave. So what is being transferred in the sound wave? When a speaker speaks, suppose here is a speaker. Okay, so when the speaker speaks, it will disturb the arrangement of the air particles, है ना, or the solid medium or gaseous medium, in whatever medium the sound is traveling. So with the when someone speaks or when sounds come from a speaker, then it will disturb the arrangement of the particle. So in some of the area, air particle will come close to each other. Okay, air particle will come close to each other, they will form compression region, and in some of the region air particle will move far away from each other, then they will form the rarefaction region. Okay, again in some area the particles will come close to each other, hence they will form compression region, and in some of the area or region the particle will move away from each other. So how are the particles of the medium oscillating? There is some mean position. Okay, so from that mean position particles are oscillating like this. They are moving apart, then they are coming closer, they are moving apart, and then they are coming closer. Okay, so overall picture of sound wave is like this. Sound particles, air particles are moving like this, है ना, they are having oscillatory motion. So disturbance of one particle like this will disturb the another neighboring particle, and disturbance of second neighboring particle will be transferred to the disturbance of third neighboring particle. Okay, so sound wave is also a type of wave. Electromagnetic wave is also a type of wave. When someone plays a guitar, then also waves are produced. So in waves, particles are not transferring. What is being transferred? Energy of one particle is transferred to the energy of another particle. Okay, so each particle, next property of wave motion is each particle receives disturbance a little later than its preceding particle, है ना. So initially the disturbance will go to, suppose, first particle, then the next particle will get the disturbance. So first particle is always ahead of the second particle. Okay, so second particle is receiving the disturbance after the first particle, and or little later than the first particle. So okay, so there is always a phase difference between one particle and the next. Okay, there is always a phase difference between the one particle and the next. So what is the third point or third property of wave motion? That each particle receives disturbance a little later than its preceding particle. Okay, so preceding particle will receive the disturbance earlier than the neighboring particle. Okay, now there are two types of velocities in the wave motion. One is wave velocity, the velocity with which the wave is traveling, and one is the velocity of the particle. The particles are having oscillatory motion na. So suppose in the water waves particles are having oscillatory motion like this, है ना, particles are having oscillatory motion like this. Okay, so this is the velocity. As the particles are oscillating, they must have some velocity. We have calculated the velocity in case of oscillatory motion in the previous chapter, है ना. So in the oscillatory motion, the particles are having some kind of velocities also. Also there is transfer of energy at some rate, that or motion of a wave also. So one is wave velocity and one is particle velocity. Okay, so particle velocity will be different at different time, but wave velocity will always be a constant. Okay, so the velocity with which a wave travel is different from the velocity of the particle with which they vibrate about their mean position. They both are not equal, they both are different from each other. Okay, the wave velocity will always remain constant in a medium, while the particle velocity changes every time because of its vibration about the mean position. Okay, so velocity is maximum at the mean position and zero at the extreme position. Suppose this is the mean position, these both are the extreme position. Though, so velocity is maximum at mean position and velocity is zero at extreme position. That's why the particle cannot go beyond the extreme position na, है ना. Suppose the particle starts oscillation and it goes to suppose extreme position. Now after reaching this extreme position, the particle will start coming to the main position. Why so? Because at this point of time, at this extreme position, velocity of the particle will become zero. If it was a non-zero value, it can go further beyond the extreme position. Okay, so now next important characteristic of wave motion is, so for the propagation of mechanical wave. Okay, so what are mechanical wave? Mechanical waves are those which require medium to travel. Mechanical waves required medium to travel. ठीक है, mechanical waves require medium to travel. So if there is any mechanical wave which requires medium to travel, for example sound wave है ना, water wave, the medium must possess the property of inertia, elasticity and minimum friction. Three properties should be acquired by the medium for the propagation of mechanical waves. These are elasticity, there should be elasticity in the medium. Inertia, it means medium should have some mass also, and minimum friction between the particles. Okay, minimum friction between the particles. So these are the properties of the medium that should be present in it if mechanical wave needs to travel. Okay, elasticity, because of elasticity the particle will come back to its mean position na, because of restoring force particle will come back to its mean position. If elasticity is not there, restoring force will not act and the particle will not be able to come back to its mean position. So these are the different properties of the wave motion. Okay, next we will discuss about the transverse and longitudinal waves. So let us discuss about the transverse and longitudinal waves. So what are transverse and longitudinal waves? Transverse waves are those in which the particles of the medium oscillate perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Okay, suppose you have a string which is attached to a fixed end. Suppose this is the fixed end and you have tied up a thread here and you are holding this end of the string. Okay, and you start oscillating it like this. Okay, so you will observe that some sort of waves are starting to form in this string, है ना, just like this. Okay, a wave is formed. So after some time the string will look like this, है ना. After some time the string will look like this. Okay, wait a minute. So after some time the wave will look like this. Okay, so this is the direction of propagation of wave, है ना. Wave is going like this and the particles are oscillating like this. Okay, so this is the example of transverse wave. So what is a transverse wave? The wave in which particles of the medium oscillates perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Okay, one thing is there that we will discuss about the mechanical waves in this chapter. Okay, what kind of wave we are discussing? Mechanical waves, that is those waves which require medium to travel. For example, waves formed in a string, है ना, water waves, waves formed in a guitar, है ना, sound waves. So all they require, all these kinds of waves require material medium to travel. It means they can travel through solid, liquid and gas medium. Okay, they cannot travel through vacuum. So we are discussing about the mechanical waves. There are other waves, for example electromagnetic waves, that do not need any medium to travel. They can travel through vacuum also. For example, the sunlight coming from white light coming from sun is also a electromagnetic wave. It means it has electric field and magnetic field present in it. Okay, so all the electromagnetic waves can travel through vacuum. They do not require any medium to travel. So we will have discussion about electromagnetic waves in your class 12. So in this class we will discuss about the mechanical waves, that is the waves which require medium to travel. Okay, so we have discussed what is transverse wave. Next we will discuss what are longitudinal waves. So what are longitudinal waves? For example, the waves the wave produced in air. When somebody speak, the waves produced in air or sound waves is the example of longitudinal wave. So the particles of medium in longitudinal waves vibrates parallel to the direction of propagation. Okay, suppose if there is a speaker here, so this speaker will disturb the particles of the medium and the particle will come close to each other and will move far apart. Again they will come close to each other and they will move far apart. So there is compression region, rarefaction region. Compression region is that in which particles are coming close together, pressure is high, and rarefaction region is that in which particles are moving far apart. Again there will be region of compression. So direction of wave propagation is this. Suppose there is a listener here, listener sitting here or standing here. So listener is listening to somebody's voice. So wave is traveling like this, na, sound waves are traveling like this. So particles are oscillating like this. It means they are vibrating parallel or anti-parallel to the direction of propagation of wave. So these kinds of wave are known as longitudinal waves. Okay. Yes. So what should be the properties of the medium in which mechanical waves are traveling? Okay, what should be the properties of medium in which the mechanical waves are traveling? In mechanical waves, either longitudinal waves or transverse waves. Okay, the mechanical waves can include transverse waves also or longitudinal waves also. So what are the properties of the medium in which we want to propagate the mechanical waves? So I have told you earlier that the medium should have elasticity, medium should have inertia, because of inertia, because of the mass, particle can store kinetic energy. Okay, when particles are oscillating they have kinetic energy, na? And because of elasticity the particle will return to their original position, na? Also they have minimum friction, so that the waves can travel very much larger distance without uh, um, the particles of the medium should have minimum friction. Okay, or the friction should be negligibly small so that they can continue to oscillate for a sufficiently long time. Okay, so that the particles can continue to oscillate for a sufficient long amount of time. Okay, so if some next question is, if somebody asks you through what type of media, transverse waves or longitudinal waves, through what type of media transverse waves and longitudinal waves be transmitted. Okay, So, what should be the characteristic of media from which longitudinal waves and transverse waves can travel? Okay, so transverse waves always form the crust and trough, na? So they involve the change in the shape of medium. Okay, transverse waves involves the change in the shape of the medium. So they should be traveling from the medium which have rigidity. Transverse wave, we are talking about the transverse wave. Transverse wave can travel through the medium which have some rigidity. Okay, so for example, solid and strings can sustain shearing stress. So transverse wave can be formed in solid and strings. Okay, so transverse waves can travel through solid medium. Okay, for example, iron bar. Okay, wood, copper, through these medium transverse wave can travel. Okay, also in the strings, for example, strings of guitar, transverse wave can travel, but not in fluids, because fluids don't have rigidity, you know, they do not have some that elastic force to transform their shape and come back to its original shape. Okay, so transverse wave can travel through the solid medium and string medium. Okay, next is what type of media through which longitudinal waves can propagate. Okay, so longitudinal waves forms compression and rarefaction. Na? Longitudinal waves always form compression and rarefaction. So they involve change in volume and change in density of the medium. So density and volume can easily be changed in fluids. So longitudinal waves can propagate in the fluids. Okay, although it can travel in the solids also. Okay, although it can travel in the solids also. So solid, liquid and gas, it can travel, longitudinal waves can travel through all the mediums, solid, liquid and gas. Okay, and transverse waves cannot travel to transverse waves cannot travel through fluids. Okay, next is some of the important definitions in connection with the wave motion. Yes, so these are the terms related to the wave motion. First is amplitude. What is amplitude? Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the particles of the medium about their mean position. For example, if waves are formed in a string, suppose, okay, waves are formed in a string. Okay, so suppose this is the mean position, this horizontal line is representing the mean position. So displacement of the particle from their mean position is known as amplitude. Okay, next is time period. What is time period of a wave? It is the time in which a particle of medium completes one vibration about its mean position. Okay, so when particle is oscillating like this, na, oscillating like this, so suppose it has started from mean position, so it will go to extreme position A, then come back, and again it will go to extreme position B, and then it will come back. So its one oscillation is counted when it goes from mean position O to A, and then A to O, and then again O to B, and then B to O. So in this way its first oscillation is counted. So the time taken to complete one oscillation is known as time period, and its unit is second. Okay, so frequency. What is the frequency? Frequency of a wave is the number of waves produced per unit time. Okay, number of waves produced per unit time, or in 1 second how many waves are produced, complete waves are produced. For example, you are moving a string like this, moving a string in upward and downward direction. So suppose these are the waves formed. So how many such complete waves are formed in 1 second? That is the frequency. Next is angular frequency. So what is angular frequency? Angular frequency is denoted by omega. So it is change of phase with time. Okay, change of phase with time divided by time. So if we take the time as t, capital T, so how much phase has changed during this time? 2 pi. Okay, how much phase has changed during this time? 2 pi. So omega is equals to 2 pi by t or 2 pi nu. It is the angular frequency. Frequency is nu, number of complete waves formed in 1 second. And what is angular frequency? It is the phase change with the time. Okay. Next is wavelength. So what is the wavelength in waves? Wave motion. What is the wavelength in wave motion? Okay. So if we focus on the single particle, if we are focusing on this single particle, so single particle, suppose it is at mean position initially, then it will, after some time it will go to this position, after some time it will go to this position, then to the maximum, then the displacement covered by the object will be in opposite direction, है ना? So the motion of a single particle is like this, है ना? Motion of a single particle is like this, है ना? So now again the particle will have oscillatory motion like this. So what you can see that at this time and at this time, the same particle is having the same phase. The particle, when the particle is at extreme position, after some time it will again come at the extreme position na. So distance between the particle or distance covered by a wave during the time in which a particle of the medium completes one vibration about its mean position. Okay, so you can say that the particle has covered some distance, the particle has covered some distance to complete one oscillation. That distance covered is known as wavelength, or you can define it in the other way as it is the distance between the two nearest particles of the medium which are vibrating in the same phase. Okay, it is the distance between two nearest particles of the medium which are vibrating in same phase. Okay, next is angular wave number. So what do you mean by angular wave number? Angular wave number is denoted by small k letter. Okay, angular wave number is denoted by small k letter. And what is the definition of angular wave number? It is defined as phase change per unit path difference. Phase change divided by path difference. Phase change divided by path difference. Phase change by path difference is known as angular wave number. Okay, so if the path difference is lambda, we know that in lambda path difference, how much phase has changed? 2 pi phase has changed. Okay, next is wave velocity. So what is wave velocity? Wave velocity is the distance covered by a wave per unit time. Okay, so wave velocity is with distance covered by wave per unit time. So wave velocity is denoted by v, wave velocity is denoted by v. So what is wave velocity? Distance covered divided by time. So if you take time taken as t time period, how much distance is covered in t time period? Lambda. So v equals to lambda divided by t. So what is 1 by t? 1 by t is frequency. So v equals to lambda nu is the wave velocity. This was all about for today's session. Thank you so much. We will continue in the next session. Okay, thank you.